Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Benita. Thank you for watching my last video. So guys, today this is not a hair video, this is not a makeup tutorial. I just want to share my postpartum depression story, to encourage any woman going through that same thing, or any mom that just gave birth and she's experiencing it, but she doesn't know what is wrong with her, because some women might not know that they are suffering from postpartum depression. So I just want to share my story to encourage someone out there, and to create the awareness for moms to be as well, so that they will have it at the back of their mind that they should take their mental health serious, because I made that mistake too. I remember during my antenatal class, I was going to the hospital, and I think some group of people, they came to me and they gave me that flyer, and what they wrote there was about postpartum depression. I read it, but I didn't really take it serious. I just kept the paper somewhere, and I never knew that I will experience it. So let's get right into the video. It started when my baby's umbilical cord, I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, refused to fall for weeks. So then, because I have sisters that has children, and within 3 to 4 days theirs we fell off. But surprisingly, my son, some people say at worst 7 days, but I noticed that my son owns after 5 days, 6 days. And the doctor, when I went for my second appointment after giving birth, the doctor said if the cord doesn't fall in the next 4 days, I should bring him back. So that was what now really put fear in me. Like, I was so scared that maybe something will be wrong if it doesn't fall at that time frame that the doctor gave me. But unfortunately, after that 4 days, nothing, it was not even showing attempts of even falling. The rope was just dry, but the cord refused to fall. So before you know it, it took 1 week, going to 2 weeks. Guys, I was going crazy. I began to Google. I Googled. People were coming like, your baby cord has not fallen, and like, this is strange. This is strange, and this is supposed to take like 4 to, some people say 3 days, some people say at most 1 week. But my own is more than a week, and it's not even showing attempt to fall. So that one alone messed up my mind, and I Googled said yes, that it takes up to 3 weeks, provided that the navel is neat, there's no pulse, it's not smelling, that the baby is fine, that it will eventually fall. But then my mind was already messed up. That was when my postpartum depression started. And again, eventually the navel fell, but my mind was already messed up. I wasn't myself again. I began having panic attacks, bad thoughts, and something else again happened to my baby. I started seeing blood in my baby's too. That was when everything just went crazy for me. I began to lose weight, seriously, that even my sisters, they were worried that something is wrong with me. I was not happy. I was not even looking fresh, the stress of, sleepless nights. So that just, I went into depression. I started having panic attacks. Any little thing, I will be scared that if my baby doesn't poo on time, I will be scared. If my baby doesn't wee on time, I will be scared. Little things started making me to be scared. I started panicking. Any little thing, I will start crying. If you see me, you will sit all over me. I was not looking fresh. I lost appetite, and they said that is one of the symptoms of postpartum depression. I lost appetite. I couldn't, my state of mind was already messed up. That my family, my sisters with me, they were worried. Everything that they were doing to please me, to make me happy, you know, it was as if they were not doing enough. I knew something was wrong with me, but I can't just figure it out. I couldn't speak up, because in this part of the world that I live in, Nigeria, Africa, is something that you cannot even, if I'm not happy, you cannot even say it, because people will like, if I say, oh, I'm not happy, I'm worried, they will like, why are you not happy? You just gave birth, you know, children, babies, they are a bundle of joy, they are something that you're supposed to be happy about. But nobody really understood what I was passing through. I remember sometimes I'll be telling my husband that I'm scared, I'm worried. He will be like, why are you scared? Why are you worried? He didn't understand what I was going through. So at some point, I just, you know, stopped, you know, expressing myself to him. But I was battling with it, you know, as in my mental health was messed up. Nobody really knew what I was going through. I couldn't even say it out. That mother and child bond, I didn't have it with my baby in the first place. At some point, I started looking at my baby as if it was a burden to me, to be honest. But I couldn't, you know, I couldn't say it out. I couldn't tell anybody, because if I should say such, they would say, why? What do you mean that you don't that's let me say, first love as first sight love? You don't have it for your baby. How can you say you don't have that bond for your baby? You don't have that that love. That doesn't mean I don't love my baby. I can do anything to, you know, I can do sacrifice. Or but that mother and child bond was not there in the beginning. In fact, guys, in the first 2 months of my of motherhood was in fact, it was the worst part of my living pregnancy. I didn't even go through my pregnancy was so smooth, but you know, I never knew that I would face such, and I was battling with that depression for a long time. For almost 2 months, I wasn't myself. Sometimes I will secretly cry. I will go to the bedroom to cry, you know, any little thing. I will just be shedding tears, you know, without any reasons. I can't even, you know, I can't even figure out what was wrong with me. I can't even figure it out at all. But I just know that I was not fine. I lost appetite. I couldn't eat. That they had to force me to be eating, because I did exclusive breastfeeding. So they were like, you have to eat to be able to breastfeed your baby. But the appetite was not there. The joy of motherhood was not there. I was not like, why did I even do this? Why did I even give birth? You know, I was questioning. Everything was going through my mind, but I couldn't speak up. I couldn't tell anybody what I was going through, because I believed that nobody would really understand me. Nobody will really understand me. So it was really, you know, eating me up. I would just stay alone in the room with my baby. At some point, I will even close the window. Any little thing, I don't want breeze to come in. I will just, you know, be in the room with my baby. I won't even come out, you know, to interact with my sisters, to interact with people that comes. You know, I'm just alone. That sometimes my sisters will like, come outside, come to the sitting room, at least come outside to receive fresh air, bring out this child. But you know, I just prefer being alone, staying on my own. And it was later that when I read about it, that they said is one of the things that eats deep, that postpartum depression. You like staying alone. It was a tough period for me, but after some time, I couldn't, you know, my sisters had to even call one of my elder sisters to explain to her that they don't like the way I look. They are worried about me, that I'm not looking happy, I'm not looking cheerful, that it's like something is wrong with me. You know, they were worried too, because the way I was looking, you will know that something was wrong with me, but I couldn't speak up. So after when they told her, that was, let me say, that was the beginning of my should I say, deliverance of of that postpartum depression. When they told her, because she's somebody that, and she's one of the closest person, she's my confidant, she's one of the closest person in my life, that she's someone I can tell anything, I don't hide things from her. So she called me, and I think we were chatting. So she told me that what is wrong with me. That was when I opened up to her, and I started, telling her how I feel, everything about what I was going through, what was running through my mind. All this while, as I was typing, I was crying. I was typing, I was shedding tears, I was crying deeply. But I thank God that moment came, because it was then that I began to, free myself. I began to, that postpartum depression, that was how I began to break myself from it, because I couldn't, there was nothing I couldn't help myself. Each time in my mind I was like, God help me, God help me, I don't know what is wrong with me, I cannot continue like this, God help me. I kept praying in my mind that God, please help me, take away this thing from me. I cannot do it. I'm tired of this bondage, because that thing is like, it's a bondage. You can't be happy. And one funny thing is that circumstances that will be, everything will be abnormal to you. You feel everything is not normal. Like I said earlier, if my baby doesn't poo on time, I'll begin to panic. If it doesn't pee on time, I'll begin to panic over unnecessary things. So then she spoke to me, she encouraged me, she talked to me a lot. And after then, she said I should be coming out. I should be free with people, that it will help me. It will take away those bad thoughts from me. So after sharing so much years, I was relieved. I was free. So it was an emotional period for me that I will never forget. And what made me to even share this story is, I think on Instagram, the young Nigerian mom, she's also on YouTube, she talked about what is your biggest fear. I can't really remember it, but it's related to our fear as mothers. So that was when I now remembered, everything now came back to my mind, and I remembered every scenario again. So one of the things now, the solution, and which is the solution to this, because it helped me as well, that any mom out there that is going through this, you can do, or if you don't know what is wrong with you, one of the solution of postpartum depression is speak out. Don't keep it in your mind, because if you don't speak out, it will keep eating deep. Speaking out, one thing you will do by speaking out is look for that person that you can talk to, that person that will not judge you, because that's the most important thing. You have to talk to somebody that won't judge you, because you are not having that close relationship with my baby. People will like, are you okay, what's wrong with you? But if you speak with somebody that won't judge you, the person will encourage you, that person, the person will say things that will make you feel good. Speak up, because if you don't speak up, it will lead to something else. Because I heard that there are some women that they will even start taking drugs. They will be on drugs because of this. Is that serious? But I thank God that my own did not get to that extent. So I will advise you to speak up, talk to someone, share your pains, share your fears. Just speak to someone that that the person will say things that will make you feel good. Then secondly, pray. Don't underestimate prayer. Talk to God about it, because you cannot help yourself. It's only God that can help you. It's only God that can console you. It's only God that can encourage you. That was what I did too. At some point I started saying, Lord, please help me. I cannot do this on my own. Please just help me. And honestly, that was when I got relief as well. Then move out. Another thing is, don't stay in one place. Don't stay in one place. Don't be alone. in the, maybe you can just, if it's go to look for somewhere. I'm not saying because someone that just give birth is not really too advisable to start going up and down. Just, you know, if it's just checking on your neighbor, or just try and be around people, it will help a lot. It will take your mind off some, you know, bad thoughts and all that. So just try and be in the midst of people. It will help you as well. So I just want to share this to encourage any woman out there that you are not alone, because a lot of people might have gone through this, or they are even going through this, but they cannot speak up. Especially, like I said earlier, in this part of the world that I live, is something that people don't take note of, or people will judge you if you should open up. But don't speak up, talk to someone. And another thing is, join women group. It helped me as well, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube channels that, you know, they talk about motherhood. You know, join them. From there you will get, you will hear other women experiences, and that will encourage you and make you feel good. It helped me as well. And then I was beginning, after, you know, what, listening to or reading about some women experiences too, I was now, you know, encouraged and free, like, oh, so I'm not alone in this situation. So just join a women group, do things that make you happy, talk to people. Is very, very important. Don't be alone. Don't speak up, seek help from people. Don't be alone. It will help you as well. So I just want to encourage someone out there, any woman out there, please speak up. Postpartum depression is real. If I didn't experience it, I won't believe. I won't believe that how can a woman, you know, give birth and you start experiencing, you are not happy, you know, funny things start happening to you. I will not take it serious until I have been there. I have witnessed it. Is not a good experience at all. It was not a good experience, because I look back and I felt bad that I didn't really have that joy, that close relationship with my baby. Although it's not too late now. For this video, guys, I just want to share. In the comment section, let me know your experiences, and if you have experienced this as well, let me know in the comment section. And to moms to be at, please take note of this, that postpartum depression is real. Take care of your mental health. Don't focus on the pregnancy, don't focus on the baby alone. Also prepare for your mental health as well, to avoid postpartum depression. I hope you find this video helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe and click on notification bell to see more of my videos. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye for now.